Aston Villa vs Cardiff. Aston Villa will hope to return to their winning ways on Saturday when Cardiff make the trip to the Midlands. The fans on Villa Park are up for a great match, but their team will need to be wary of Cardiff's tendency to attack down the right side, however, so Villa's left flank may well be the busier defensively. The Bluebirds have had the highest proportion of their attacking touches down the right wing in the Premier League this season, 44%, while Aston Villa have the lowest proportion down the same side, 31%. Cardiff City centre-half Ben Turner spoke in the aftermath of Sunday's Derby Day victory over Swansea City, reflecting on the positivity in camp on the determination of the squad to build momentum with further success at Aston Villa this Saturday. Since both teams are really positive about this upcoming match, our winning percentage calculator has predicted a 50-50 chance for both teams. Our score prediction is 1-1. Chelsea vs West Bromwich. Chelsea is looking more powerful than ever. They come after a great Champions League match that ended with a 3-0 win against German Schalke. Taking the Stamford Bridge's advantage and the great form, West Bromwich is an easy cookie. This isn't going to be a match like the one against Newcastle for sure. Chelsea lost the game last weekend with 2-0. Nevertheless, Keith Downing is hoping the players can rediscover their Old Trafford spirit in the face of an expected Chelsea backlash on Saturday. The Baggies will head to West London looking for their first ever Barclays Premier League point at Stamford Bridge at the 8th attempt. Percentages given for this match is 90% Chelsea win. We predict a 4-0 win. Crystal Palace vs Everton. Joe Ward believes Crystal Palace were unlucky to return to South London empty-handed following Saturday's trip to West Bromwich Albion. The Eagles created a number of chances, particularly during a much-improved second-half performance at the Hawthorns, but goals from Saido Berahino and Gareth McCauley were enough to seal a 2-0 win for the Baggies. The fixture against Everton will provide another stern examination of Palace's top-flight credentials, but they may have a chance since Roberto Martinez this week confirmed the Blues will be without striker Aruna Kone for a prolonged spell. The 7th-place Toffees are just a point behind Chelsea in second, and we want to head into the international break still among the leading pack. Our winning percentage calculator predicts a win for Everton, but chances for Crystal Palace to score are high. We predict a 2-3 final score. Liverpool vs Fulham. The Cup is looking ahead for an easy game that might get them back to the 2nd place. The once first-ranked team lost the last weekend's match against Arsenal and are currently 3rd but need to make some points since the followers are really close. Tottenham and Manchester City are breathing down their necks. Anfield is going to be packed. Liverpool will welcome Glenn Johnson back into the fold. The fullback missed last weekend's defeat at Arsenal due to a localized infection in his jaw that required a trip to the hospital. However, Johnson was subsequently discharged and returned home on Saturday evening, and he is available for the clash with the Cottagers. We predict an easy win for Liverpool, and this prediction is based by our winning percentage calculator. Final score 3-0 win for Liverpool. Norwich vs West Ham. The Canaries manager wants his team to improve after their 7-0 hammering at the hands of Manuel Pellegrini's men, but have faith in themselves rather than dwell too much. Following a run of 5 defeats and just 1 win in 7 league games, The 54-year-old wants to see a positive response against Sam Allardyce's charge at Carrow Road. Houghton told reporters, "It's our responsibility to get a reaction from the Manchester City game this weekend. Any negatives are in the past. We have faith in the ability that we have. The value of winning a couple of games is huge. We have to concentrate on ourselves. It's not about West Ham, it's a home game for us." Houghton also confirmed that Netherlands striker Ricky van Wolfswinkel, who cost Norwich £8.5 million but has scored just one goal this season, will miss the match with a foot injury. Nathan Redmond will be given until the last minute to prove his fitness following a hip problem, while Scottish winger Robert Snodgrass is fine to play after recovering from concussion. Our winning percentage calculator shows that this match will not get the 3 points for Fulham. West Ham is quite strong in their away games, even if they are only ranked 15th. Tottenham vs Newcastle. Tottenham follows the road to the top. They are currently fourth and looking to advance after this somehow easy match against Newcastle. But let's not forget that Newcastle come with a high ego since they've managed to beat Chelsea with 2-0 last weekend. They will definitely want to continue the great form that they are currently working with. Home win percent versus away win percent balances the games to the Tottenham side with a 60% home win percentage. This is going to be a great match, Newcastle looking to advance in the top 5 and Tottenham looking to gain more points. We predict a 1-0 win for Tottenham and a spectacular game. Sunderland vs Manchester City. Manuel Pellegrini's Sky Blues will travel to Sunderland's Stadium of Light to give a backflash for one more team. After a great week both in Premier League and Champions League, City is looking more confident than ever. Sunderland come from a success in the Capital One Cup where Phil Bardsley set Sunderland on their way to the quarter-finals of the Capital One Cup with a second-half goal against Southampton. The team isn't doing so well in the Premier League after last weekend's defeat against Hull. The team needs easier matches than this. As you may have guessed, the winning percentage calculator tilts in City's favour with a 90% chance to win this match. We predict more than 4 goals from the guests. Manchester United vs Arsenal. Can Robin van Persie score again against his former club? Reigning champions versus the current table toppers. This has all the makings of a spectacular contest. Arsenal are on a high after scoring an authentic victory over Liverpool at the Emirates last week. United are slowly crawling out of the early season lows. They are learning to live without Sir Alex Ferguson, while Arsenal are still enjoying the honeymoon with Mesut Özil. Both teams will be coming to this match after midweek Champions League assignments. As it stands now, Arsenal are on top of the league with a 5-point lead over the nearest contenders Chelsea, Liverpool and Tottenham. Manchester United are in the 8th position, 8 points behind Arsenal and 2 points behind, believe it or not, Southampton. A United win would go a long way in closing the gap between the teams. But on current form it is not easy. Arsenal have won 8 of their last 9 Premier League games. Their scalps include big guns such as Liverpool and Tottenham. On the other hand, Manchester United lost 3 of their first 6 games of the season. They have made a recovery of sorts later by winning 3 of their last 4 games. While the current form favours Arsenal, the history is overwhelmingly in favour of Manchester United. The head-to-head statistics offer relief to Manchester United, which they lead 75-60. It has been ages since Arsenal won at the Old Trafford. Their last win came in the 2006-2007 season. It was only the second time that the Gunners tasted victory against United at the Old Trafford since the new millennium. United have won all the last 5 encounters against Arsenal at home. The Arsenalista will not forget the 8-2 thrashing they received a couple of seasons ago. There will be yet another chance for the Arsenal fans to boo their disloyal hero Robin van Persie. He has scored in their last 2 meetings. He is not in the best of form at the moment. There is no better time to rediscover your touch than against your former club. We believe he will succeed and predict a 3-1 win for Manchester United. Swansea vs Stoke. After last weekend's tie against Southampton, Stoke is looking pretty powerful. This away game might get them more points. They will travel to Swansea's Liberty Stadium to face the better-ranked team, which might lose this game. Swansea hasn't been doing so well in the Premier League, but their Europa League matches rank them higher. Michel Form said Thursday's Europa League draw with Cuban Krasnodar felt more like a defeat. The Swansea took an early lead through Wilfried Bony, his 8th of the season, but were made to pay when Ibrahima Balde netted in a stoppage time for the home side. It was the second time in as many weeks that Cuban had secured a late draw against Swansea, with Djibril Cissé scoring a last-minute penalty at the Liberty Stadium a fortnight ago. We predict a win for them since they are really mad about their latest performance in Europa League. A draw is not going to cut it for them.